Did you know Johnny Depp isn't just Captain Jack Sparrow or the Mad Hatter? He's also a painter, a musician, and now, the center of an artistic comeback that's taking New York City by storm. Yeah, you heard that right. Johnny Depp, the Hollywood legend, is now stepping into the art world, and not in a small way. His latest exhibition, called A Bunch of Stuff in NYC, is turning heads for all the right reasons. But here's the twist. This isn't just another celebrity showing off a few paintings for fun. This is something much deeper, much more personal. It's raw, emotional, and, honestly, kind of unexpected. In the next few minutes, we'll explore Johnny Depp's creative rebirth, what his art really means, and why this new chapter might just change the way you see him forever. Stick around, because there's more to this story than meets the eye. So, let's go back to where it all began. After years of being in the spotlight, and not always in the best ways, Johnny Depp seemed to disappear for a while. The court battles, the cancelled movie deals, the endless media attention, it was a lot. Most people would have retreated quietly. But Depp? He decided to pick up a paintbrush. Literally. Painting became his escape, his therapy, his way of processing everything that had happened. It wasn't about fame or money anymore. It was about expression. And before long, people started noticing. His work wasn't just surprisingly good, it was powerful. He began painting portraits of people who mattered to him. Icons like Heath Ledger, Bob Dylan, and Elizabeth Taylor. Friends and family members who had shaped his life. Each piece was like a small window into his mind, filled with color, emotion, and meaning. You could feel the stories behind the brushstrokes. And then came his latest project, A Bunch of Stuff in NYC. Even the title feels very Johnny Depp. It's humble, funny, and a little rebellious. Almost like he's saying, hey, it's just a bunch of stuff, when in reality, it's an explosion of creativity. Imagine walking into a gallery and being surrounded by huge, colorful canvases. Some are bold and chaotic, others quiet and intimate. You see familiar faces, famous icons, and moments frozen in time, all filtered through his imagination. It's more than just art. It's a story of someone rediscovering who they are. After years of being defined by Hollywood, headlines, and characters he played, Johnny's using art to take back his narrative. This time, it's not about what people think he is. It's about what he feels. And that's what makes it special. It's not polished or perfect. It's human. It's real. Have you ever found peace in something unexpected? Maybe cooking, playing music, gardening, or even just taking long walks. For Depp, it's painting. It's his way of finding calm after chaos. That's what makes this whole story so relatable. It's not about celebrity or glamour, it's about finding a way to heal, to express, to reconnect with yourself when life gets overwhelming. Now, here's the part that surprises most people. Art critics are actually taking Depp's work seriously, and not in that polite, oh, good for him, way. They're genuinely impressed. Many have pointed out that his paintings carry a raw honesty you rarely see from celebrity artists. The use of strong colors, especially his reds, blues, and golds, reflect emotion rather than realism. Every shade, every line, feels deliberate. It's not about painting a perfect face, it's about painting a feeling. One art curator from New York even said something that really stuck with me. He said, Depp paints like someone who's lived several lives, and survived them all. Think about that for a second. It's such a powerful statement, and it fits him perfectly. This is a man who's seen every side of fame, the joy, the chaos, the heartbreak, and somehow turned all that into art. And another thing that makes this exhibition stand out is how accessible it is. Instead of going ultra-exclusive, with sky-high prices and limited viewings, Depp's making some of his prints affordable. He wants people, not just collectors, to connect with his work. That's a pretty rare move in the art world. Most big names go for prestige, for the elite crowd. But Depp? He's doing the opposite. He's sharing his art with anyone who's curious enough to look. If you happen to visit New York City soon, you can actually go and see a bunch of stuff in person. It's not just a traditional gallery show, it feels more like stepping into someone's inner world. You can sense both the pain and the peace in each piece. It's emotional, yes, but it's also uplifting. And even if you're not a huge fan of his movies or music, you'll probably walk out thinking, wow. I didn't know he had this in him. It's funny, isn't it? How someone can be known worldwide for one thing, and then completely reinvent themselves doing something else. It's like discovering another layer of a person you thought you already knew. But maybe that's the beauty of art. It gives people a chance to start fresh. And really, that's what this whole journey is about, reinvention. After everything he's been through, Johnny Depp isn't just bouncing back, he's evolving. He's showing us that no matter how public or painful your struggles are, you can always turn them into something meaningful. You can take the chaos and paint it into color. Now, let's be real, the title, A Bunch of Stuff, might sound casual or even silly at first. But that's the charm of it. It's classic Depp. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It's his way of saying, I'm not trying to prove anything. I'm just expressing myself. And maybe that's why it works. Because it's authentic. Because it's him. Art has this amazing ability to connect people in ways that words can't. You might look at one of his paintings and feel something you can't quite explain, maybe a mix of sadness, hope, and nostalgia. That's when you know it's real. It's not about technique or fame. It's about truth. So, what does this all mean for Johnny Depp's future? Honestly, it looks like this artistic renaissance is just the beginning. He's already planning more exhibitions, more collaborations, and maybe even music projects that blend with his art. It's like he's finally found a creative space where he can just be. No characters. No scripts. No filters. Just Johnny. And whether you've followed his career for years or you're just curious about his art, there's something inspiring about watching someone rebuild themselves like this. He's not hiding from his past, he's transforming it into art. And that's something we can all learn from. Because we've all had moments when life threw us off balance. We've all faced things that made us question who we are. And maybe, just maybe, there's a kind of freedom in turning that pain into creativity. That's what this exhibition really represents, freedom. Emotional freedom. Artistic freedom. The freedom to be seen for who you really are, not who people think you should be. And the best part? It's not exclusive to celebrities. It's something we all have access to, in our own ways. Whether it's painting, writing, music, or even just taking time for yourself, everyone deserves that outlet. So, next time you hear about a bunch of stuff in NYC, remember, it's not just a bunch of stuff. It's a story. A statement. A second chance. And it's proof that reinvention doesn't have an age limit or a time limit. So, what about you? What's something you've done that helped you find peace again? Maybe it was something simple, something unexpected. I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And if you enjoyed diving into this story, you might want to check out our next video about other Hollywood stars who've discovered their creative side beyond acting. You'd be surprised how many of them found whole new passions after leaving the spotlight. And hey, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps more people discover these kinds of stories. Subscribe if you want to see more inspiring journeys like this one, and tap the bell so you never miss a new upload. Because sometimes, a simple act of creativity can change everything. Johnny Depp's A Bunch of Stuff in NYC isn't just about paintings. It's about growth, healing, and rediscovery. It's a reminder that art, in any form, can bring us back to ourselves. And that maybe, just maybe, a bunch of stuff can mean everything. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.